Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of this new series that we're trying out called Tips and Tricks for Total War Rome 2. Now, today we're going to be trying out something that is a lot asked and is pretty unique as well. And we're going to be checking out how you can essentially utilize uh, tactics such as skirmishers in particular in order to take down elephants, right? Now that is going to be the primary objective for this particular episode. However, of course, you're going to have a full-fledged battle in Rome 2, and I'm obviously going to be showing you the kind of tactics that I've utilized here along with the primary tactic that I want you guys to take away from here, right? So without any further ado, let's start off the replay. There you go. Right now, so the very first orders that I'll be giving here, that I've been giving here, is that I'm gonna be taking away my Numidian skirmishers. Right now, these are mercenary Numidian cavalrymen, so they're pretty good with javelins. They're pretty good skirmisher cavalry, essentially horse archers, right? And historically speaking, these were pretty strong, right? And even in Rome 2, they are, right? Now, the kind of strategy that I'm going to be employing is, first of all, I'm going to be baiting some of their units out, and the biggest reason I'm doing that is because they have some pretty strong units, and you're going to see the units come into focus. There you go. They were all over there, and we just found them, and they found us. They saw our skirmishers, and they immediately started charging their cavalry towards us, starting with the elephants. Now, seeing this, I gave the order for the skirmishers to essentially come and engage the elephants. So, as you guys can see, the biggest weakness for elephants is not exactly spears. The biggest weakness for elephants is actually javelins, right? Because javelins make them go mad, right? You're going to be seeing pretty quickly that they're already out of control. Look, just a few rounds, and the elephants are already out of control. However, they see this, they realize that we are taking out their elephants, we are making them come and attack them. As you guys can see, their own unit is attacking their own cavalry units. The elephants are charging at their own cavalry units at this point. So what we do then is that we retreat. At this point, I forgot about this unit here. Now all of them had their skirmishing mode on, which essentially meant that if they felt that someone was charging right at them, they would evade. However, for some reason, it seems these units chose not to evade this entire cavalry charge and were killed. I don't think this unit ever recovers. I think this is a permanently killed unit. This unit gets permanently killed in this battle. Now, as you guys can see, while all of this is going on, I'm slowly leading their units directly into where my troops are. And at the same time, I'm using these mercenary Numidian cavalrymen to advance and start attacking the cavalry. Again, while cavalry is weak towards spears, and yeah, they're extremely weak towards spears, they're actually the weakest towards projectile weapons because they don't have shields. Right, the horses don't have shields, and the horses are very quick to fall down if they're under a charge by any kind of uh, skirmisher weapon. Now it's a double-edged blade, sorry, in the sense that if they manage to get close enough, then yeah, they're gonna completely destroy the skirmishing unit. There is nothing that the skirmishing unit can do to protect against a cavalry charge. They're dead. And as you guys can see, they destroyed the Numidian cavalry, Numidian cavalrymen, Numidian cavalry cavalry over there. Sorry, mixing up my words. So as you saw, Carthage just destroyed that entire unit over there, and it's fine because for this tactic to work, and the tactic that I used is actually a kind of tactic that Rome used, and that was that it used to throw away its cavalry and it used to throw away its skirmishers right at the beginning of the battle, right? Whichever battle you take, that was a strategy they generally went for because Rome never had strong cavalry or strong skirmishers. Now here they have come extremely close to my to my spear infantry, to my triarii, without realizing that they were there because of all this vegetation. So to bring the back the vegetation, this is how the vegetation looks like. So they didn't see it and they came pretty close, and now this line of triarii has been created. They can't go past, and so then my cavalry men are essentially just making mincemeat out of these people. And you guys can see they are retreating beyond the line. As this is happening, there is a unit of the enemy's Libyan javelin men, sorry, who are now shooting at my men. And now, obviously, as I said, for the strategy to work, you don't really need these skirmishes beyond the initial few minutes. So I am allowing them to engage here now. This is not something you need to do. There are multitudes of ways you can engage these guys. You can obviously, I have a unit of equites over here, and I can make them charge towards these guys and take care of them that way. I believe I also have some the general's bodyguard here that can do the same damn thing. So we do have options, but I choose to do it this way because essentially once this initial round is done, after these guys, after the army goes beyond a certain area, skirmishes are not really useful anymore, because when you have that many troops to micromanage, it becomes very difficult to micromanage these many skirmishes. So yeah, I get rid of them pretty early, ensuring they take care most of the initial part of the battle. Obviously tactics change, and here, because I was successful in luring them out, I was successful in luring the stronger units out, the cavalry out, the elephants out. I use the strategy. Should that not have worked, and if they would have directly advanced, in all those cases, what I do is I flank them with the javelin men, and that's something you can also do. Now you see the elephants are coming in. This is getting dangerous. If they are able to go through, they have, they'll be directly attacking my principes, and principes are not equipped to take out elephants. Ultimately they might get rid of them, but then yeah, it's not the unit you want facing off your elephants. So I'm making a desperate bid. I put all of the units that have any kind of ammo straight up at them, and it works. We managed to kill off the entire unit. You'll see this elephant fall off, you'll see the last remaining general fall off, and that took care of the unit. Now you see Carthage essentially forming up here. They realize that their entire cavalry arm has gone. They don't have any cavalry anymore, so they are now forming up. And it's important to understand, right, how important cavalry is in an engagement like this, right? Cavalry is your primary source by which you can essentially flank enemies, and you can essentially attack them from points that are too weak, because other units will take time to do that, and by that time they can put units to intercept them. But a cavalry unit moves fast, and you can quickly take gaps in the enemy defense, or the enemy side that the enemy was not able to see. And you will see me doing that really shortly. Now, you might be asking, why exactly are they moving to the left and going over here? They're doing that because this unit over here, this auxiliary infantry unit that I have over here, this is not hidden, right? So they see this unit, they feel, okay, that means the people might be, our troops might be behind them somewhere. So which is why they're all charging towards this unit. Unfortunately for them, we had positioned all of our troops in the forest, utilizing the forest cover, and so by the time they realize that there are more troops over here, it's already too late. They have gone significantly to the left, that I can utilize my troops and flank them towards the right. They must have realized it at this point, which is why you see them, focus fire all of their, units into one or two troops. You'll see them that happening shortly. Shortly they'll be advancing now. Yeah, and you see them, right? They're focusing on the entire left flank. Now they have seen that there is a right flank over here. They can, if they want, divide their troops, send some of them up there, but they're not doing that for a very vital reason. If two or more troops manage to break through this line of auxiliary infantry and rorari, right? Essentially basic line, medium spearmen, right? If they manage to break through, they can outflank us this way and go beyond and go to the rear and then attack us from that way. It's a pretty workable tactic, and while at this point of the battle it might not make a much of a difference when it comes to actually winning the battle, it will do much of a difference in the sense of the amount of losses we take, which is huge. Now you'll see the benefit of having cavalry still alive at the later points of a battle. As you guys can see, I'm using my general's bodyguard as well as the equites to target these guys. Now these guys are the Libyan peltasts. So Libyan peltasts are a pretty high ranked javelin men as well as infantrymen. They're good as pure infantry, and at the same time they can throw javelins. So they're like a mixed unit, really good unit. However, because of their focus towards being javelin men first and spear infantry second, they can be taken out by cavalry, and that is exactly what I am doing. I am asking the cavalry to come in and attack them from two angles and take them out. By doing that, I'm preventing them from having any kind of missile cover. While I do have missile cover, they don't. And you see me using the missile cover because all of these units over here, the Sate, the the Triari, all of them can shoot, can throw few javelins before the charging, can throw Pipilia before the charging, and that almost always does the trick. Right now, we are in the finishing phase of the battle where you see me, bring in the hammer to the anvil. Essentially, we have created a front line with all of these troops, and then you will see me essentially going on the back and the sides, and then completely surrounding them so that we can finish them off. And now to bring in the finishing blow, you have the general's bodyguard and you have the equites charging in from the rear, and then finally crushing all kinds of opposition by destroying these Carthaginian hoplites and these Carthaginian hoplites regiment. Now at this point it's just a matter of time because it's done. There is nothing they can do to get out of this. Honestly, even though they did have a lot of chance with, and they did have a lot of strong units, even with the elephants, they could have done a good deed if they wouldn't have charged behind my Numidian, javelin men. And that goes to show, right, that you need not have the most strongly armored cavalry in your regiment in order for you to win battles. You can do that if you are able to utilize what you have in the best way possible. For me, as I said, the tactic that works best is using them in the front, starting them off, getting them to run all about the place, throw in their javelins, and then get them out. And as you guys can see, these guys have decided to run. They did manage to break through my lines, however, they did not kill anyone. Right? They didn't manage to destroy any units, right? So I have all of my units. It's just they managed to break through my lines, possibly because I asked all of these units to focus instead on the one unit that is still alive. I think that the commander stopped looking at what these guys were doing at this point because they could have easily just turned around and just charged them back. Not that it would have done them any good because they could have just shifted one of these units and asked them to engage them while the rest of these units took care of all of them. But yeah, at this stage the battle is decided, and you see troops finishing them off. We have all of our skirmishers right there in the distance, away from harm, and you see the last stand, as it may be, being completely eliminated. Now you will see very soon. Now, even though at this point of time you see that these men are wavering and running away, and you'll see very soon, yeah, they have broken and they're running. This replay doesn't finish because there is another unit, and this is a problem with Rome 2. There's another unit that's somewhere around here that has managed to reform, and instead of engaging, they've decided to stay. Right, and the next 30 minutes essentially is me running around all over the place with cavalry, trying to find out where the hell are these people. Right, so I'm not going to be bringing you into it and unnecessarily bothering you with it by putting extra footage of me running around all over the map with Numidian cavalrymen, figuring out where the hell are these extra units that are creating that are preventing this battle from ending. But this was what I wanted to convey today. We as Rome won. Rome essentially managed to win this battle. As you guys can see, it was a very costly battle for the enemy. We won, even though we did not have elephants, even though they had elephants, and that is essentially the footnote that I would like to leave you with. Hope you guys enjoyed this session. If you guys want more content like this, please put that comment down there. Ring the bell icon. Click on the subscribe button, the like button, and let us know the kind of content you like more down the road. We have more content planned like this coming up, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Take care. Have a great time.